Welcome to the Bush Air Podcast. I'm CC Pocock. Every year, around August, there's an event called Burning Man, which is held on a dry lakebed in northern Nevada. And they set up a temporary airport called Rock City Airport. I've had the opportunity for a couple of years to help with the building of the airport and also participate in the event. Some of you may recall we produced the very first FAA-approved pyro laser show from an aircraft in the United States, which took place over Burning Man, Rock City, back in 2024. Before I continue, if you find the content of this video of any value to you, then please subscribe to this channel for more advanced tips, techniques, and procedures for better and safer aircraft operations, especially in backcountry environments. There's also lots of very valuable information in this book, which is my Bush and Mountain Flying Handbook, which you can order right now off the Bush Air website. The URL is at the bottom of the screen here. Now back to the video. I'm making this video because I have a very important message for aircraft owners and pilots planning to fly their aircraft to Burning Man. If you're going to have your aircraft parked out there on the playa for a week or for the week of the event, it is going to be subjected to multiple severe dust storms which occur very suddenly without any warning, and possibly even rain and mud. You just never know. The weather out there can be extremely harsh and very unforgiving. I can assure you, your aircraft will never be the same again for the rest of its life. You will never be able to get all the very fine dust contamination out of the fuselage and wings, no matter how well you seal off all the gaps or how well you clean the aircraft after you get back home. That fine playa dust will get into all your control surface cables, rods, bell cranks, pulleys, bushings, bearings, wheel bearings, and even maybe bypass your air filter into your engine, especially if you use carburetor heat or alternate air. Then there's all the air vents and the door seals that can allow the dust into interior and the avionics. Also, no matter how careful you are, every time you clean your windshield, which you will probably need to do every time before you go fly, you'll probably still end up creating very fine scratches on it because that very fine playa dust mixed with just a little bit of water or windshield polish instantly turns into grinding paste. So, to at least reduce this guaranteed permanent contamination and damage to your pride and joy, be sure to take plenty of blue painter's masking tape and some plastic sheeting and try to cover as many of the openings as you possibly can. Use only the blue tape because the other color-coded masking tapes may be difficult to remove after it's been out in the sun for a few days. The problem is, however, if you plan to fly your aircraft at any time while you are at the event, and of course you can go flying around the city every day if you like and take people for flips to view the event from above, you will need to remove all this stuff and replace it again afterwards before the next dust storm. That's a bit of a mission, but you need to do whatever you need to do to protect your aircraft. After the event, and as soon as you get back home, you must completely strip and clean all exposed moving parts, or they will eventually wear out, fail, or seize up, especially wheel bearings and brakes. In addition to all this, another important thing to consider is soft field operations. Normally the dusty surface out there is fairly hard and very easy to taxi on. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get stuck. If you agitate the surface, which is fairly hard most of the time, it'll loosen up and, well, if you have a small nose wheel, it's going to get stuck. There's always the possibility of rain and mud as well, which makes matters even worse. So simply keeping the stick back, everybody says, oh, well, you always just taxi with a stick back, or after landing, keep the stick back, or during the takeoff, keep the stick back. Simply keeping the stick back is not going to prevent you from getting stuck in soft sand or mud. That technique is very typical, flight school level, and normally not good enough in the real world. There are many other, more advanced techniques and procedures to be aware of, in addition to simply just holding your stick back. No matter how much you hold the stick back in a nose-heavy airplane, especially a nose-heavy nose wheel airplane, you will get stuck. Or it could be even worse during a takeoff or landing. For more detailed information about advanced soft field operations, look out for my video all about how to operate your aircraft in real-world soft field conditions. And as always, fly safe.